Hello everyone. Now we will discuss static indeterminacies for pin jointed and rigid jointed frames. So statically determinate structures. First, basically, let us see what is statically determinate structures. The structures which can be analyzed with the help of equations of equilibrium alone, we call it as statically determinate structures. Means the three equations of equilibrium, that is sigma fx equals 0, sigma fy equals 0, and sigma mz is equals to 0 for plane structure. These are three equations of equilibrium. If you able to analyze the structure completely with the help of these three equations, then it is called as determinate structures. Similarly, statically indeterminate structure means the structures which cannot be analyzed with the help of the equations of equilibrium alone. We call it as the statically indeterminate structure. Means to analyze these statically indeterminate structures, we need some additional equations called compatibility of deformations to completely analyze this structure. Then what is static indeterminacy? As we know, statically indeterminate structures are those which cannot be analyzed with the help of static equations of equilibrium alone. Means here, in statically indeterminate structures, the number of unknowns is greater than the number of static equations of equilibrium, that is 3. So we need additional equations based on the compatibility of deformations. So these equations we should write so that we can get sufficient number of equations to determine all the unknowns. The number of these additional equations which are necessary for the determination of all unknowns is known as the degree of static indeterminacy or the degree of redundancy of the structure. Next, how to calculate the total degree of static indeterminacy of the structure? Basically, the total degree of static indeterminate structure we divide into two parts. That is, one is called a degree of external indeterminacy. We denote like DSE. Another is degree of internal indeterminacy. We denote like DSI. Thus, naturally, the total degree of static indeterminacy DS is equals to DSE plus DSI. That is external indeterminacy plus internal indeterminacy. In general, we know that degree of static indeterminacy is equals to the total number of unknowns, that is including the external and internal unknowns. External is reaction components, internal is member forces. The total number of unknown forces minus the number of independent equations of equilibrium available for that structure. This is the basic equation through which we are finding the static indeterminacy. That is total number of unknown forces including external and internal minus the number of independent equations of equilibrium for that structure. Now let us see first regarding the support reactions. So first, if you have a roller support here, we know that reaction is always here 1. Suppose if you take the hinged support, you know that the reaction components will be 2. Similarly, if you take the fixed support, the reaction components will be 3. That is one vertical reaction, horizontal reaction, and one reacting moment. And lastly, if you take one simple support, the frictionless surface, again here reaction is 1. Because we need to calculate the number of reaction components here for various supports. That is why this idea is this knowledge of supports and the number of reactions at each support is required. Now, degree of static indeterminacy for pin jointed frames. Because we have two types of frames, pin jointed frames and rigid jointed frames. First, let us see how to find the static indeterminacy for pin jointed frames. So, you know that each member of a pin jointed frame carry only one unknown force, that is axial force. Suppose if a pin jointed frame having m number of members, total number say m, then the total number of unknown internal forces will be 1, because one member, one force. Suppose if it is carrying one member carry only one force. So suppose if 10 members are there, it will be 10 forces. Similarly, if m is the total number of members, as each member carries only one force, the total number of internal forces will be say 1 into m. Say that is m. And if r is the number of unknown reaction components for that structure, then the total number of unknowns, that is internal plus this is r is external. Put together it will be m plus r. This becomes a total number of unknowns, including that is internal unknowns. This will be external unknowns. Now, to calculate the total number of equations available for that structures, we know that each joint of a pin jointed frame has two equations of equilibrium. That is one sigma fx equals 0 and another is sigma fy equals 0. Suppose if there are j number of joints in a frame, then the total number of equations of equilibrium will be 2j, because each joint has got two equations. So 2 into number of joints, where j is the total number of joints present in the structure. So this 2j gives you the total number of equations of equilibrium. Hence, what is the degree of static indeterminacy? Total number of unknown forces, that is putting external and internal, minus the number of independent equations of equilibrium. That is the degree of static indeterminacy denoted by Cs. Total number of unknown forces will be, see here it is m plus r, that is external unknowns plus this is external unknowns r, this is an internal unknowns, minus the number of equations of equilibrium will be 2j. Hence, the formula for calculation of ds will be m plus r minus 2j. As usual, the degree of static indeterminacy, external indeterminacy is r minus 3, because total number of reaction components will be r, minus 3, because these are the basic three equations of equilibrium available to us. Then this is the total degree and this is the degree of external limit. So the degree of internal indeterminacy can be obtained by using the relation m minus m dash. M is the total number of members available in the frame. M dash is the number of members required to preserve its geometry. That is minimum number of members to require to maintain its geometry. Now let us assume a pin jointed frame statically determinate internally if it has minimum number of members m required to preserve its geometry. Then let us see what is this. If the number of members is more than the pin jointed frame is internally indeterminate to that extent. Means if the number of members are more than m dash, that is equals to 2j minus 3, then we call that frame as a indeterminate frame. So how to consider that, why that m dash is equals to 2j minus 3, we'll see here. Consider that there are j number of joints in a pin jointed frame. Say assume that this is a pin jointed frame, these are the pin joints. Assume that there are j number of joints, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, say there are j number of joints. So initially, say now 3 members are required to connect 3 joints. First you consider these first 3 joints, 1, 2, 3. How many members are required here? 3 members are required to connect first 3 joints. In case, if you want to take another joint here, to add another joint for this frame, then how many members are required to connect that additional joint? 2 members. For joining these 3, we need 3 members here. To joining additional joint, we need 2 members. That is, 2 more members are required for connecting each additional joint to the triangular frame, that is this already formed. Next. So thus the number of members required to connect the remaining j minus 3 joints, means assume that there are total number of joints is j here. So initially we have taken 3 joints, means if you leave these 3 joints, remaining joints will be j total number of joints minus these 3. So now to connect each additional joint you need 2 members. Therefore how many remaining joints now? Excluding these 3, it will be j minus 3. So to join each additional joint you need 2 members. So to connect the remaining j minus 3 joints you need 2 into j minus 3 members. Hence the total number of members in a pin jointed frame with j joints is given by the equation, that is m dash is equals to 2 into j minus 3, that is the members required to connect additional joints, that is apart from the first 3, plus there are initial 3 members, that is plus 3. So it will become 2j minus 6 plus 3. So if you simplify that, it will become 2j minus 3. That means the number of members required to preserve its geometry is given by the relation 2j minus 3. If m is greater than m dash, that is 2j minus 3, that structure we call it as a redundant structure. In case if m is less than 2j minus 3, then we call that as a deficient frame. Both deficient as well as redundant frames are indeterminate structures itself. By this formula, we can calculate the internal indeterminacy of the pin jointed frame. Now let us consider example 1. Assume that this is a rigid pin jointed frame. So here first let us see what are the members, reaction components and joints. So what is the here? One hinge, one roller. So reaction compounds will be 2 here, 1 here. That is R equals to 2 plus 1, 3. Number of members 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is not a joint. You should not consider this as a joint. So here 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 2 diagonal members. 5, 6. That is 6. Joints will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let us apply approach 1. In this I am calculating the external and internal indeterminacy separately, and then I will add it. DSE, you know that it is the external indeterminacy is R minus 3. R is 3 here, 3 minus 3, 0. Next, if I calculate here DSI, you know that it is M minus M dash, where M is the total number of members present in a frame. M dash is the number of numbers required to preserve its geometry. That is, formula for M dash is 2J minus 3. If you simplify here, M is 6, J is 4, and if you simplify here, so you are going to get here DSI as 1. So now adding DSE and DSI, we will get the total degree of static indeterminacy, that is 0 plus 1, that is equals to 1. Now we will apply the second approach, that is approach 2. What is approach 2? Directly I calculate the total indeterminacy of the structure. What is the total degree of indeterminacy? That is ds equals to total number of unknown forces minus the equations of equilibrium available for the structure. So M is the total number of members present in a frame. So each member carries only one force. So that is M is the number of unknown member forces. R is the external reaction components. So this will give you total unknown forces. Each pin joint has got two equations of equilibrium. Hence it is minus 2J. So if you simplify this by putting the value of M, R, J, so you are going to get again here 1. This approach 1 is also total degree is 1. Here also total degree is 1. Here in the approach 2, we directly calculate the total degree of indeterminacy. So now how do you comment now? DSE, external indeterminate 0, means it is the externally determinate. But DSI is 1, means it is internally indeterminate. Then what is the degree of internal indeterminacy? Indeterminacy of the structure is 1, you can say, or degree of static indeterminacy is 1, or you can say the structure is indeterminate internally to the first degree. Even we can say that. Now let us consider the second problem, the same problem here. Instead of roller, I have fixed here the hinge. So for this, if you calculate here reactions, that is 2 here, 2 here, that will be 2 plus 2, 4. M is the number of members present in a frame, that is again 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus these two diagonal members 6. J is again 4. Approach 1, again DSE R minus 3, but R is 4 here, so it will become DSE is 1. Means external degree of indeterminacy is 1. DSI M minus M dash, it is similar to this case. So again M is M minus 2J minus 3, that is M dash. Substituting the value of MJ, you will get here 1. Means this is also externally also indeterminate to the first degree. If I add these two to get the total degree of indeterminacy, it will become 2. Now approach 2, directly we calculate here the total degree of indeterminacy, that is ds equals to M plus R minus 2J. M plus R gives you total number of unknowns including internal plus external. 2J means it is the total number of equations available for the structure. Substituting the values of M, R and J, again we are going to get this as 2. Now how do you comment here? This is internally as well as externally indeterminate. The indeterminacy of the structure is say totally 2, or degree of static indeterminacy is 2. One more way of commenting is this: the structure is externally determinate to the degree 1. The structure also internally indeterminate to the degree 1. Even we can comment like this. Now we will take another problem here. Here I have put both rulers here. Remaining part remains same. What happens here? R will become 1 plus 1, 2, M6, J4. Approach 1, DSE R minus 3, that is will become minus 1. So whenever you get here 0 means if DSE is some number, it is externally indeterminate. If it is 0, it is determinate. If it comes minus, then we call it that structure is stable. Sorry, structure is unstable. Why it is unstable now? If both are rollers, what happens? The structure, whenever you put a horizontal force here, it moves. So that means structure should be stable, means it should stay there to carry the loads. But whenever you apply a horizontal load, it moves because there are both rollers. That means it is the structure horizontally, it is unstable, or the structure is unstable here. If I write DSE, so that will become again 1, means it is internally indeterminate to the first degree. So if I put here the total degree of indeterminacy adding these two, it will become 0. But though the structure is determinate, but it is externally unstable. So now approach 2 here, ds equals to m plus r minus 2j, that is total unknowns minus total number of equations. So again you will get here 0. So but from second approach you don't get this, the unstableness for external. So approach 1 gives you clearly what is its external indeterminacy, internal indeterminacy and total. But in the approach 2 we get directly total indeterminacy of the structure. So here how do you comment now? Externally it is unstable, internally it is indeterminate, or the indeterminacy of the total structure is 0, or degree of static indeterminacy is 0. So lastly we'll consider here, we'll remove these two members and keep one roller and one hinge here. So if you keep the r, that is again 2 plus 1 3, m is 4, so j is equals to 4. Then if you put approach 1, that is DSE r minus 3, that is 0, that means externally it is determinate. DSI is m minus m dash, so if you put m dash equals to j minus 3 and substitute the values of m and j, you will get here minus 1. What is minus? Again, if DSI is 0, it is internally determinate, we can say. If it is minus, it is again unstable. It is unstable, means DSI is 1, hence it is internally unstable. So therefore ds equals to DSE plus DSI. So this is minus 1, means the structure is, so totally it is unstable. Approach 2 again, if you use this formula, substituting the values, you will get minus 1. So totally what you can comment now? The externally determinate structure, it is externally determinate structure, but internally unstable structure. The structure is unstable, we can say, from this total degree of indeterminacy. Similarly, if you take the example 2, so here there are some more members I have added. There are 3 supports here. R is 2 plus 1 plus 1, that is 4. M is, if you count here, you will get 31 numbers. J here, you will get joints 14 numbers. Then approach 1, DSE R minus 3, that is 4 minus 3, 1. That is DSI is m minus m dash, where m dash is 2j minus 3. By substituting the value of m and j, you will get here the DSI is 6. Then DS is equals to DSE plus DSI, that is 7. Similarly, if you approach 2, that is, now we will get directly total degree of indeterminacy, that is m plus r minus 2j. That is substituting the m or j, again you will get here 7. This is how to get the static indeterminacy for the pin jointed frame.